The early cold temperatures has put pressure on Hydro-Quebec. Today, the utility responded to a report that it had to issue 2 power failure alerts earlier this month because of increased demand. Hydro is trying to reassure its customers. Caroline, the utility says it had the capacity to power the province's homes and still does.
Yes, this in response to that report that suggested that some hydro employees were concerned that load shedding, when you have to cut power to some areas to feed others, might have to happen if we ran short of power. So they apparently reached level 2 power failure alerts earlier this month. This because we have had colder weather than usual for December, with several back-to-back days in the -10s, bringing consumption up to between 38 and 39,000 megawatts, when the average power at the beginning of December use is about 29,000 megawatts. And because Hydro-Quebec is also doing maintenance work at 2 of its turbines. But today, a spokesperson for Hydro reassured us that these alerts are part of the vocabulary specific to the North American electric grid industry. They are used to coordinate operations when power balances tighten. And we are in full control of the situation and have all the tools we need to meet peak demand. Those tools include HELO, dynamic pricing, and our business customers who can reduce their consumption during winter peaks. And it's important to note that the current situation is in no way related to hydropower availability. Now, this statement goes on to say that this high early demand comes as their maintenance period for their equipment is for the winter season, which extends until mid-December, is now finishing, and that some of the equipment has already become available again. So they will have everything they need to cope with expected peaks in January and February. At the National Assembly today, however, the Minister of Energy, I should say, who is responsible for Hydro-Quebec, Christine Fréchette, also said that we have enough power, but was then asked if Hydro would have enough power for Quebec homes if it also is supplying data centers, which consume a lot of electricity. And here's how she responded to that.
On a besoin de voir le niveau de risque qui est associé au fait d'avoir des données qui sont hébergées dans des entreprises américaines. Alors, c'est une réflexion qu'on a menée qui fait en sorte qu'on va vouloir se positionner.
So the minister there basically saying that data centers fit into a broader economic vision and that we need to assess the level of risk associated with having data hosted by American companies, and that part of the reflection is being brought forward, and it will guide how Quebec and Hydro-Quebec wants to position itself. Mitsumi.
Thanks very much, Caroline.